Hey, what's going on? My name is Michael, you're watching IDB, and in this video I have over 20 hidden features in iOS 27 that Apple didn't tell you about. Let's go ahead, roll the intro, and jump in right now. Alright, number one is copy and paste suggestions. You know that really useful feature on your iPhone whenever you get a security code either texted to you or emailed to you, and your iPhone instantly prompts you to put in that code? That feature has now been expanded into copy and paste. So here, if I go into Safari, for example, if I go ahead and copy this text, let's just go into a random message thread. You can see here above the keyboard now, it's recommending I paste in that text from Safari. And you can see it's going to tell you which app you copied that text from. So with one click, I can put in that text that I copied. All right, next up at number 2 is your iPhone can now support more horizontal apps in iOS 27. The first one I noticed is music. So here is my now playing screen. If I go ahead and rotate my iPhone, you can see music is now in landscape. I noticed it also works in a bunch of other apps like weather. So here is weather. I don't think it worked in iOS 26 in the weather app, but you can see now when I rotate my iPhone, it goes into landscape mode. It does also work in a bunch of other apps. One other one I'll show you, for example, is health. So if I go ahead and search for the health app, I can open it just like this. I can rotate my phone, and now health is supported in landscape as well. So I think this is a system-wide change. Apple is supporting a lot more apps in horizontal mode. Kind of reminds me of the iPhone 8 Plus back in the day. But try it out on a bunch of your favorite apps, and I think there's a lot more support now for horizontal mode. All right, next up is inside of Photos. I have two really cool ones to show you. The first one is for videos. So I'll pick this random video of my friend playing horrible golf. You can see here on the scrubber at the bottom, there's a new icon that looks like subtitles, and that's exactly what it is. So using on-device intelligence, you can now get subtitles for videos that you filmed on your iPhone. This is really, really cool. Also, the other feature for videos, if I go ahead and pause it right here, it's a horrible time to pause it. If I click on the 3 dots at the top, there's a new option to save video frame as a photo. So if there's a certain moment in a video that you just want to freeze and save as an individual photo, either just to have the photo or maybe make it as your wallpaper, you can now do that by clicking this button in iOS 27. Next up is Connectivity Assist inside of Wi-Fi settings. So click on Wi-Fi in your settings. Then scroll down and turn on Connectivity Assist. What this is going to do is your iPhone is going to sometimes use cellular data if the Wi-Fi connection is not very strong. So this is good, for example, if you're leaving your house, your iPhone is trying really hard to stay on your home Wi-Fi network, even though the connection and the internet signal is not going to be good at all. So having Connectivity Assist turned on is going to help your iPhone just work more seamlessly as you're moving between cellular and Wi-Fi. Below the toggle, it's going to tell you exactly how much data you've used using this feature, because like I said, it is going to use cellular data a little bit more even though you are on Wi-Fi, just to make your iPhone web experience a little bit better. If you don't want to go over your data though, I'd recommend turning this off, but it is going to make switching between networks on your iPhone a lot better. Next up is a pretty cool feature I found for photos. So if you go ahead and open up settings and then search for photos, there's a new option right here that says sync immediately. It's turned off, but if you go into it, you can just choose for today. So by default, your iPhone isn't going to back up all of your photos and videos immediately to iCloud. It's usually going to wait until A, you're on Wi-Fi, and B, you're plugged in and the phone is sitting at like 3 a.m. But for example, if you're on vacation and you're worried about your phone falling in the pool or getting stolen or anything, you can choose sync to iCloud immediately for 1 day. And that will allow all of your photos and videos to instantly get synced to iCloud the second you take them. This next one is on the lock screen. So everyone is familiar with the playback controls that you get on the lock screen when you're listening to music or watching a video. But now in iOS 27, it's really convenient because you can just swipe it away, just like a notification, if you don't want to see them. We also have a new feature inside of iMessage called Drawing. So if I go ahead and open up a thread, click on this plus button to reveal your apps. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see there's a new option here that says Drawing. And it'll open up just a blank canvas and you can draw pretty much whatever you want in here, and then you can send it off to your friend. Something else new in Photos is now the ability to add keywords to your photos and videos. So this goes on top of the previous ability to add a caption. If you scroll down, you can now add keywords right to your photos and videos. And adding on top of this, something else that's new is you can see right below the photo is the option to instantly ask Siri about a photo or do a reverse image search. This next one is pretty small, but just in terms of design and how it looks on your iPhone, it's one of my favorite small tweaks in iOS 27. So when you're in Control Center, if you choose Timer, you now get this really sick UI that comes out of the island on your iPhone, and you can choose exactly how long you want your timer for. And as you're scrolling through it, you get some really satisfying haptic feedback on your iPhone. This UI is just fantastic. And Apple has also redesigned all of the artist pages in Apple Music. In my opinion, it looks a little bit more like Spotify now, but you can see here is what the artist page now looks like. I believe in iOS 26, the play button was on the right and it was like a red color. It just looked really ugly. But now you can see in iOS 27, the artist pages look a lot more clean and it's just way more satisfying to look at. The next hidden feature is inside of the wallet application. In iOS 27, we now have the option to create our own custom passes. So if you click on this plus button here at the top, there's a new option to create a pass. If you click on it, then click on continue, it's going to give you the camera where you can scan either the QR code or the barcode on your physical pass. This is really handy, I imagine, for people who are members of various gyms and you get one of those plastic key cards. You can now scan that barcode or that QR code right into your iPhone and you can give yourself a pass to your gym without carrying around the physical card. Next up in iOS 27 is AirDrop is so much faster, it's almost insane. So I have a photo selected and I'm in the AirDrop menu. If I go ahead and select my iPad, I'll show you just how fast it is. If I tap on it, it's sent almost immediately. In iOS 26, this would have taken forever, probably double the length, but you have to try out AirDrop in iOS 27 because the speed is just unbelievable. This next one is for the lock screen. So if you are not a fan of the giant clock and you want it even smaller than the default option, luckily we now have that in iOS 27. So you think by default this is the smallest you can get the clock, but you can actually make it a lot smaller. If you tap on it, then tap this really tiny icon on the top right of the platter, you can make the clock a lot smaller right next to the date on the top. Next up is for camera. So in iOS 27, Apple has sort of changed the camera app just a little bit. So in my previous video I made yesterday, I covered the new Siri option in the camera, but I didn't really talk about how the menu has been changed. So you'll notice on the top of your camera app now, it's just a lot easier to understand. You can see all of your controls and they're a bit bigger. And also at the bottom right, we now have a menu button. So before in iOS 26, you pretty much just had to play around with it until you figured out on your own that you can swipe up to access the menu. But for those of you who aren't as tech savvy, there's now just a button to click and it opens up the exact same menu. Okay, moving right along. The next one is for widgets. I don't know if this was here in iOS 26. If it was, I'm looking really stupid right now, but correct me in the comments. But it looks like we now have the option to add an even bigger widget on your home screen. If I go ahead and add this, yeah, I don't think this was here before. So we can now have full screen widgets on our iPhone's home screen. This makes me think about the upcoming foldable iPhone where you might want to have an even larger widget than the ones we had before. This next one is another one inside of Photos. In iOS 27, Apple has made the cleanup feature a lot better. So if we go into the Tools menu when editing a photo and then click on Cleanup, the first thing I notice is it takes a lot less time to actually load the cleanup tool. But the first thing is at the top we have auto, but we can change it from fast to high quality. So if you want the best results out of cleanup, I'd recommend choosing high quality. But then you can pretty much remove anything from a photo now, and it just works so much better than iOS 26. So let's go ahead and try to remove this lawnmower in real time. I'll do my best job to highlight the entire thing. I think that's all right. So let's see what it can do. I'll tap on the cleanup button, and let's see if it can completely eliminate the lawnmower and look like it was never there. And there we go. You can see the lawnmower is completely gone. It even added an extra dead patch in my lawn, which I don't really like, but this is crazy. It looks like the lawnmower was never even there in the first place. So yeah, cleanup is a lot better in iOS 27. If you avoided using it in iOS 26 because of how bad it was, you need to try it now in this latest update because it is so much better. Next up is inside of the Health app. It's a pretty small one, but it's a nice design update that I appreciate. So when you're inside of Health, before in iOS 26, when you were on the Browse menu, it was a pretty boring list, just with text. But now this actually looks a lot better, and we actually have color codes and everything to this Browse menu. So the Health app, in my opinion, is going to be A, a lot better looking, and B, a lot easier to navigate with this new menu. Next up is inside of Safari. Apple has made one singular change in Safari that makes me just love browsing the web now. It's just so much better. So I'll show you inside of settings. So if I search for Safari settings, if you are using the compact layout, which is set by default on your iPhone, there's one change that Apple made which I love, and I'll show you right now. So when you are on a website, you can see on the bottom right, the first button is now the tabs button, thank God. In iOS 26, to get to your tabs, you have to click this button twice, and I don't know why. It was a 3-dot menu, and then you had the option to see your tabs. But now when you're using the new compact mode in Safari, you're one tap away from going to all your tabs. All right, and the final feature, I honestly think I saved the best for last because even though this is very small, it fixes something that has been so annoying for me for so long on my iPhone. Inside of Messages, this tiny little button on the right side of the text bubble is always the most annoying thing ever because I always start accidentally recording audio. If I put my iPhone in my pocket and I forget to lock it, I always open up my iPhone to see this, and I almost send an audio recording to someone when I don't want to. Luckily, we can now completely remove this in iOS 27, and I'm so happy that we can. So open up Settings, and then inside of Messages settings, you'll see there's this new option here that says Show in Text field. By default, it's set to record audio, which I don't want. You can also choose Start Dictation, but this is kind of useless because we have a dictation button right here on the bottom right of the keyboard. So I would recommend completely shutting it off, and then you'll never have to deal with that ever again. All right, that's gonna do it. Let me know in the comments what your favorite thing was I showed you in this video. If you enjoyed this video, found it interesting, helpful, fun, anything, please drop a thumbs up and also subscribe as we have a lot more content coming to this channel. With all that said, my name is Michael. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.